Hi, I'm Coach Todd, and today I'm with Ian.
Good morning.
And what we're doing is I'm giving away a watch. I really am, Phil, so get entered. It's a Timex Global GPS watch. It's a great watch.
And small.
And small.
Yeah.
But how you can win it, and if you go on my site, you can see you have to give me 10 questions on triathlon. And so what we're doing right now, Ian and I, he doesn't even know what we're doing. So we're going to answer 10 questions that were submitted last night. So let's start off. All right, Ian.
Okay.
Here's number one. As a newbie, what is the best way to mentally prepare for a triathlon? So I'm going to start, and then you can add. All right?
Okay.
Okay. So I think, first off, you want to train the distance so you know you can do it. So if you're doing a sprint triathlon, say if it's a 500-meter swim, make sure you can swim the distance, and you can bike the distance, and you can run the distance. So that gives you confidence in knowing that you can do it. I think if you can get to a triathlon that's taking place before yours, just kind of watch how it goes through. That's a good idea as well, so you'll know how things flow. You can talk to coaches and other people who've done races for their advice on specific races, because a lot of them are different. So Ian, what do you have to add?
The only thing I would add is that for most people the biggest issue is the swim. And a lot of people panic right near the beginning of the swim. And the only thing I would say is to expect that you might panic, but it will pass. So all you have to do is get through that 30 seconds of panicking, and then it'll be fine from there. Because everybody seems to think that anybody can cycle and running is fine. But just knowing that, being prepared in advance that you may have a panic attack, but it's going to go.
Good. Yeah, I agree. Number two, what are your Nutrition for Dummies tips for training? I'm going to start again. You guys don't know this, but the cameraman today is Rob Kelly. He's right behind us. And we were training for Ironman last summer, and his favorite nutritional intake was like 2 points here, if you can get this.
Mars bars, I think.
Mars bars. That's right. That's it.
Oh,
just
okay.
Mars bars.
Mars bars. 2 things.
Mars bars.
Mars bars. Okay.
I think, yeah. Anyways. That's a little addition. Mars bars are good. But let's go back to my answers. If you're training and your workouts are less than an hour, just take in water. That's all you need. If you're going over an hour, then you want to add some sports drink like Gatorade, Powerade, or whatever. Or Heed. I like Heed.
Heed or Perpetuum works. Yeah.
Well, Perpetuum a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Right? Number three, if you're going 2 or more hours, you can add a gel every 30 minutes in addition to your Gatorade intake. Anything else you want to add to that?
Nope.
No? Okay, let's go to number two. Number three. This is going to be your question.
Okay.
All right. How long should you expect to be saddle sore when training on your bike?
Saddle sore?
Saddle sore.
What does that mean?
So if you're riding your bike and your butt's sore, you go, oh, that's sore. Has that ever happened to you?
No.
Well, it happens to me, especially when you don't train and you get on your bike after a while, because you don't stop training, so you don't experience that.
I guess not.
Yeah, so when you take the time off or when you're first starting off,
I've had chafing and I can't walk for a couple of days.
That's similar.
That was after Ironman.
That's after Ironman.
Yeah.
I think 2 or 3 weeks, saddle soreness. You need to build a little bit of toughness, but if your saddle isn't right, make sure you get your saddle adjusted, either up, down, forward, or back, and that can help relieve some soreness. Okay?
Sounds good.
This is a good one. Number 4. What would be a general guideline for deciding between good pain and bad pain when training?
I think a bad pain would be anything like ligaments, things like that. I think intuitively you would know, okay, my legs hurt, that's fine.
Yeah.
My lungs hurt because I'm going pretty hard. But if there's any, I don't know what a doctor would call it, acute pain or something like that, like a hip or a foot or an Achilles, that'll probably be a good time to stop.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely right. So if you've got like a ligament, like muscle attaches, a ligament attaches the muscle to the bone. So if that's really sore, be cautious with that. Or if you have soreness that doesn't go away after a couple of days, then you should some red flags should go up.
Yeah.
But with training, you are going to get a little bit of uncomfortableness,
That's a nice
and
way of putting it.
that's normal.
Yeah.
So, but it should go away after a day or two. Okay.
So I have to, I'll interject at this point. I do love the treadmills that say dizzy, faint, shortness of breath, stop. No, that's when you keep going.
Keep going.
That's right.
All right.
Because you're finally starting to work.
Unless you had a heart condition, then you should caution those.
Yeah,
okay?
then don't do that.
Number 5, what would be the top 5 mistake newbies make when training for a triathlon? So I'm going to read these out. Because I think some of them, they make us smile. When we're watching the race, we just look at the newbies and we smile, right? When they come out of the pool or the lake, and then they start biking with a swim cap on, they forget to take it off. That brings a smile to my face. Running with your helmet on. You just forget to take the helmet off your bike. You're so keen to get going, you start running with your helmet on. So remember, take off your swim cap, take off your helmet. Okay?
And wetsuit.
Another one is taking way too much time in transition.
Still do that.
You still do that.
Yeah.
So you don't have to take a lot of time in transition. If it's really cold out, then take time to put it on, but you can really speed up the time in transition. You may not leave 3 or 4 layers of clothing on, so just think about what you need to put on. A lot of newbies think they're going to be way too slow for the race, so they don't even sign up. They go, I can't do that race, I'll be way too slow. But in reality, there's such a wide range of ability from slow to fast that you're going to fit in someplace. So most newbies will find their a spot that's going to be similar.
Yeah.
And what else do I got?
And I think the slower you are, the friendlier people are too.
That's what they say. That's what they say. And nutrition. So newbies either take in too much or not enough. So those are my 5 top mistakes for newbies. Do you have anything else to add?
Probably pacing.
Pacing.
Yeah.
You go out too slow or too fast.
I think the general tendency for a lot of people would be to go out too fast.
Especially in the pool swims. When you look at the sprint of the pools, all you guys out there, the newbies, especially the guys, you guys go off a rocket for the first 25 or 50 meters, and then you really start to slow down. So pacing is key. That first 25, 50 meters, nice and slow and steady. Right?
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Number 6, what is the best way to overcome the fear of the open water swim? You want to take this one?
That was basically the only reason I wanted to get fast in swimming, so I wouldn't have to swim with anyone.
You told me that last year. You told my main motivation to get faster is to
get lots of real estate out there. If
Yeah.
you're off the front of the pack, then, or not off the front of the pack, but if you're at the front, there's way fewer people, no thrashing.
That's right.
It's nice out there.
I agree.
So get fast.
Okay, so, and I think if you want to get comfortable swimming a lake, get comfortable with that. You can even get a group together and you can practice jostling each other and gently nudging people.
And probably the biggest issue is the wetsuit, just being more constricted.
That's right, especially around the neck and
yeah, people aren't
the
used to that
chest.
swimming, so do a few of those.
Okay, number 7, we're almost done. How important is it to have clipped shoe pedal system for newbies? So that's where the shoe clips into the pedal. So I'm going to take this one.
Okay.
All right. I don't think it's important at all for
I think
newbies. You don't need it at all. You can wear sneakers and away you go.
Triathlon's all about looking good.
So we agree to disagree on that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Clipless and an aero helmet
Okay.
and a disc wheel.
You don't need an aero helmet or a disc wheel for a sprint. Okay. What number 1 item would you encourage people not to forget for the triathlon? And I just put down, don't forget your swimsuit or your bike. You need a swimsuit to swim in. And it's hard to do a triathlon without a bike. Although you'd be surprised, people always have extra bikes. Oh, you can borrow mine.
Probably shoes are helpful too.
If you get to a race and you forgot something like your shoes, helmet, something, go up to the race director and say, hey, I forgot this. He'll do an announcement over the PA system. And I bet you, I would say probably 85% chance you're going to get something to race in. People are very helpful in the triathlon.
Yep.
Would you agree?
I would agree.
I would agree, yeah. Number 9, do you have any tips for how to choose which triathlon races are right for you?
My rule of thumb is not to do any in Alberta because they're always too cold. So either go south or go west.
It is true. Living in Alberta, it's cold.
Yeah, especially Banff.
I think it depends on which distance you want to do.
Yeah.
And if it's close to your location is good. Like for me, I always do Chaparral. It's down the road. I'm there in 5 minutes. I love doing that race. I'm down, I'm out. I can bike there if I want to.
Yeah.
There's lots of different things. You can choose which distance. Just experiment and see which race you like. For Ian and I, we're doing a camp in California coming up. We like to travel, so if you want to travel, pick a race far away. Pick it hopefully someplace warm. Okay?
Yeah. My preference is always for nice locations. It doesn't have to be, Hawaii or California, but
That helps.
it's nice. Yeah.
Okay, we are on number 10. What is the best way to increase lung capacity for swimming? You're going to start with this one. I've got an answer.
I can read your answer. It's
Yeah.
my least favorite swim workout in the world. Breathing every 3, 5, 7, or 9 strokes.
And I can post this workout. It's a good one. So it's Ian's least favorite workout.
And he made me do it twice in 1 week.
So what you do is you change up every now and then. You're breathing every 3 strokes, breathing every 5, breathing every 7, and then breathing every 9. And the distance as you go along gets shorter. So when you're breathing every 9, you're only swimming 25 meters,
Yeah,
which I think is easier than breathing every 7
it is.
because you're swimming for 50 there. I'll post that workout though. So that's 10 questions. And remember, if you want to win this watch, the odds are ridiculously good. Submit me 10 questions, and you'll have a chance to win the watch. Ian, thanks for answering some of these questions with me.
Thank you.
That's it. Happy training.